How's it going, guys? Tony from honestgamesreviews.com. Taking a quick look at that WWE 2K16, which came out on Friday. We was looking to have 2K send us a review copy over for us to play with and kind of get a review up on the website. So I'll be playing over the weekend. But I thought I'd kind of get a little video up, kind of show you what's on offer in the game. Also, kind of have a look at and give my good and bad points of what I've played with it so far, and kind of I think it's about 12 hours that I've played, and kind of just let you have a look at the modes as well. So we'll just crack on straight with it. You've got the emoji you've got play, my career, the Stone Cold 2K showcase, universe once again, as well as creations as well, which you kind of tinker with online, and that's about it. I mean, it's no kind of new experience to get from out of the game. There's kind of still waiting for that 2K kind of to have their touch. I know they've got showcase, but I'm still waiting for them to have that kind of little wow. This is kind of like where THQ was, and this where 2K have took it. It's never really happened so far, and kind of sadly not happening in this game at the moment from what I've played so far, which we'll get to in a bit. But like I say, I'll have a look at the modes now. Like I say, we've got play, which kind of like you've got all like the I guess like single player modes and where your mate can jump in with another pad and just have a mess around. You've got like the 1v1s. Like I say, there's no kind of I guess new interesting matches to talk about. It's kind of like the standard matches that we come to expect. You've got like the falls count anywhere and the hells and the cells and steel cage and stuff like that. Same for 2v2s, I think it's just basic. Same as the rest, I think. So there's Royal Rumble and a few tournaments, which I'm not really playing with at the moment. But like I say, there's not really kind of, I guess, anything different or interesting to talk about in that. We'll miss career for a sec. We'll go straight to showcase. To be honest, this has kind of been the mode I've kind of played second most, with the career going first at the moment, because I kind of like to dig myself deep into that one. But in truth, it is what it is. It's kind of nothing new. Once again, it's like I say, following Stone Cold through his career from the very early stages to obviously becoming massive in the Attitude Era. There's a few little kinks though that have kind of annoyed me a little bit. One being where he faces Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania. There's a few licensing issues, obviously. I mean, Mike Tyson took place obviously at that event, but sadly, for whatever reason, due to licensing, he's not in this, so I don't really see why they've put him in the game. It's kind of weird that they've talked to him as they call him the Enforcer rather than using his name, and he looks a little bit like him, but not nothing to the point where you say, oh, that's Mike Tyson, unless you know who he is, which is a shame. To me, it would have been more of a point of not putting him in the game at all. And then just leave it out and kind of skip it and put another match in. I know it's kind of an epic match to miss out, but if you're going to put it in, I'd say, put the effort in at least to try and get the licensing for Mike Tyson once again, because it's not like he's not been in the game before. So it would have been easy enough to get him, I'd imagine. He probably due to cost. It just seems very where I've played the whole game so far at the moment. It seems very much of cutting corners and kind of just getting stuff in there, but not giving it to the full potential that they could have done. Have a little look at something. Yeah, you got the replays and stuff. Some of the matches you've done. You got Bret Hart, Kane. I've done Vince McMahon. You also unlock little videos now and again. So you've got Austin when eating with the bedpan. A little promo from Survivor Series. So when the more you play the game, the more you get out of it, I guess. Images, once again, is kind of one of those where they could have done a lot more with it. Right, it just looks basically like a screen took off the TV. When you look at them, it's kind of it doesn't really add. It's nice to look at, but it's not going to want you to keep coming and having a look. And then you've got the special objectives, which kind of make you want to play it a second time round. So say the first match I was Austin, I had to beat Bret Hart. Well, there's the one there where I've got to beat Bret Hart and defeat Austin. So it's going to give you that second replay value of going back to it again. But obviously, as you go along as well, when you play the matches, I'll have a little look now. You've got the matches, you see, so as you go along, you've got the unlocked items you get, so you unlock new characters. You've got bonus matches that pop up now and again at the moment. I've got Ricky Steamboat and I think Savio Vega, so there's a couple in there at the moment, but like I say, I've about 8 hours on this so far, so on this mode anyway. But like I say, I've enjoyed it what it is, but it's nothing new once again from what we've seen before. And then we'll look at Korea, which has kind of been... I've enjoyed it in previous years for what 2K have done, and kind of it was always a mode I went into and liked to finish at some point. I never go fully straight in and go and hammer it. I'll have a little look at it. But like I say, there's a few little certain things in terms of gameplay now that have kind of, I guess it's kind of took some of the fun out of it. in truth. There's a couple of things. One is submissions, which have kind of, it almost feels like it's gone UFC, where it's gone like there's a new thing where it's kind of like a round bar. I'll try and get some gameplay now while I'm talking over it rather than showing you what's on the screen now where I'm watching. It's kind of like a spinny bar now where you've got to kind of move it. I think you're blue and the opponent's red. You've got to try and move it away from him, because if you get it, you touch each other, it makes a submission kicking in. If they get a full bar, that's it, you tap out. Much like the annoyance that is the new kick out system, which it's cost me that many matches. I don't think I've lost this many matches early on in a career mode. It's like, rather than the old bar that I remember, I mean, back in the day it was a simple, hammer the button and you'd kick out. Then we went to kind of like the bar system. We had to kind of press it at a certain point, which was easy enough to do. Where they've kind of, I don't know what they've done now. It's kind of like the same again in the round circle. Like I said, I'll try and put some gameplay up in the background so you can see. It's like a round bar. You've got to try and stop it again. But for some reason it's really hard, even early on in matches. Whereas before you kind of could stop it easy enough early on in the match. If you just say got clothesline and someone pinned you, it just seems really hard to do now and kind of stop it on the green mark. Much so as well when if you get a finisher upon you, that's it. You're not going to kick out of it, because it's basically the green bar just disappears and you're just left with a black circle. You've got to try and guess where to press it, which, like I say, has become a bit annoying, because when I've been fighting in my career, you've got to the point now where I've hit someone with a finisher. No matter how, I've battered the crap out of them. The bar's red. I've hit them with whatever my finishing move is, give them a pin, and they've just kicked out, and then it's gone on where I've lost matches. And after that, just for them just doing a few moves, pinning me, and because of the kind of harsh kick out system, it's lost me matches, which you do get to a point where it gets a bit annoying. But other than that, it's typical. Once again, there's a few improvements in it from what we've seen last year. You've got a lot of rivalries, and then there's the authority, which I've not got to yet. You've got rankings, and obviously you can change all your characters as you go along, and kind of add things to them as you earn points and stuff like that. So it's a good mode, but I suppose the gameplay, what you with your character being such a low level at the start, it does kind of punish you, and does take a little bit of that fun off. So hopefully, obviously I've only done it for the weekend, so it's hopefully over the next week or so it gets a little bit easier and I get a little bit more used to it, because that's normally the case. So I don't want to be too harsh on the game and say it's totally rubbish, but there's a certain few things that have kind of, I guess, stopped me getting enjoyment out of it. So yeah, that's career mode. And then we'll have a little, what else is there? There's online, which is kind of, I've not really dabbled in just yet, what with, like I say, the kick out system and the submission system being so punishing. And I kind of think going into online with randomers, it's going to be a point of, they're just going to clothesline you and pin you and kind of get a cheap win. Universe, once again, it's more the same, I guess, of what it was the year before and the year before that, which kind of, I know people get more out of it and kind of enjoy what this offers, but for me it's never been a mode I kind of got anything out of. So it's kind of a mode I just dabble in and then get bored of after like 15 minutes and move on. So as for creations, I mean, they're all there, the typical where you can scan your face in, which is easy enough this time, if not a bit tricky to kind of get your face onto the character. I mean, you saw then with my career that was supposed to be my face, which looked nothing like me in truth. But it's easy enough this year to get your face in. It's just a simple case of, I've done it all with my mobile, so it was a case of just taking my picture, going on their website, putting a code in, and it uploads and you just put it on your character. That's it. So it's easy enough to do, much like the rest where you do your movesets and stuff like that. So it's all very simple to do, and obviously there's going to be people who are better at it, uploading stuff, so you can go and download those. But that's about it. I mean, in truth, it's at the moment I'm kind of in the middle about the whole game. I was kind of, like I said, I'm still waiting for 2K to make that thing where it's like where they've really took it up a notch, but where you kind of forgive shooters for kind of putting out the same stuff every year, or kind of like the FIFAs and PESs of the world trying to put the same game every year. It's kind of more harsh on this because once again it is a sport, so it's kind of hard, I guess, to kind of improve it from what it was the previous year, other than touching things up and improving a few on things, and kind of basically it seems to feel like the kick out system and the submission system always takes a few tweaks, and they kind of try and mess with that to try and make it feel different. But other than that, I mean, the graphics are kind of like the same as last year. Yes, it's got the biggest roster that we've seen so far. It's got a good mix actually. It's got like legends in there, and also present day superstars. It's kind of lacking on the diva section a little bit, I've got to be honest. You know, I think Charlotte's the women's champ at the moment. I can't remember seeing her in the game at all. Let's have just a quick look. One thing we didn't look at, the characters. I mean, like I said, I've done like 12 hours, so there's some characters I haven't unlocked yet, so let's have a look. We'll have a look at the superstars first. And you got a lot of Stone Colds, all different years. Triple H's, Tyler Breeze's, Ultimate Warriors. I mean, like I say, you've got a pretty decent roster size. You know, for all you know, the ones who love the legends back in the day, like me, like Stone Cold and The Rock, they're obviously there. You got like, you know, Diamond Dallas Page, that kind of stuff. In terms of divas, like I said, I mean, there's Bella's, Paige, Stephanie, Summer Rae. I mean, but like I say, it certainly seems to be lacking on the next divas. What with the Becky Lynch's and a lot of the Charlottes and stuff that are just coming through. I'm not sure there'll be DLC later down the line. I'm not too sure. But like I say, with her being the women's champion, it just seemed a bit odd not to see her in there, and kind of like the, you know, like the Sasha Banks and stuff like that not in there. It just feels odd. Like I say, there's a superstar, and I mean Arnold as well, which is a pre-order. I think it was a pre-order incentive. To be true, though, he's a pretty rubbish character. His finishes like the Mandible Claw, so like I say, it's pretty pointless. But like I say, it's, you know, like the biggest roster, so what can you do? So yeah, that's about it. I mean, like I say, it's too early to give my full thoughts on it, because like I say, I've only done the weekend on it so far. So what I'll do, I'll end this video with kind of some gameplay from the showcase, which will hopefully show you what you want to see, and kind of focus a bit more, like I say, on the pin system and the submission system, and kind of show you a bit on that. And yeah, just thanks for watching. I'll be back with a video soon for Need for Speed. Be sure to drop a like, drop a comment below if you've got the game yourself, and let me know what you think. If you just fancy a match, be sure to add the gamer tag on screen. And I'll speak to you soon. Bye.
Michael's arguably the greatest in-ring performer of all time with a stinging left.
I don't know if you want to anger the rattlesnake with a fist this early in the match.
Michael's playing some mind games against Austin, who's very aggressive. Has everything to gain this match, does Austin.
Look out!
Oh, nice clothesline by Austin, taking down Shawn Michaels. Stone Cold's going to want to slow this thing down, be deliberate.
Right now, Stone Cold is introducing Shawn Michaels' face to those top turnbuckles.
Who are not very friendly, quite frankly.
Michaels trying everything he can do to get out of the ring. Have to go to the outside where he's got some friends.
A leg sweep there by Austin, taking down Michaels. You want to slow Michaels down?
Whoa,
oh,
my
God! Ooh! What a back body drop right over the top rope. Michaels colliding on the outside with his comrade. And now Stone Cold has an advantage.
Hey, watch out from behind! Triple H! Oh, we knew this was going to happen. Oh, watch out! Triple H running the rattlesnake right into that barricade.
Man, this is borderline a handicap match.
No kidding, boy. The referee admonishing Triple H right now, reading the riot act. Watch it.
And the issue about it is for the WWE title. We're at WrestleMania.
The WWF official has informed me that he is ordering Triple H to leave the ringside area immediately.
Triple H has been ejected.
Yes.
And his nose will get to the locker room an hour before he does.
Man, oh man, this is good news for the rattlesnake. Oh, but this is bad. Look out.
Austin has got to find a way to get back up, get back in this thing, or he's going to not be the WWE champion. Easily avoided.
And a huge blow to his back.
Well, the trick sometimes when you get outside the ring is survival. The match becomes almost secondary when you get near all these dangerous objects.
That'll have you worrying about long-term injuries for sure.
And Steve Austin has all the momentum here.
Counter by HBK.
Now that's the way to turn it around.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Look out below. Remember, our guest here is only here to officiate the match, not get involved. Of course, I'll believe that when I see it.
Perfectly executed.
I'm not so certain that this match will be called right down the middle by our guest here.
Wow, he did not expect that to happen.
Oh, he reversed it. Well, to be honest with you, I don't imagine that this will be business as usual. This guy can go toe-to-toe with anybody.
Oh, out here you have to be able to think on your feet lightning fast. One mistake, one moment of hesitation, and you can find yourself in a world of hurt.
7.
He flies, crossbody. Well, the trick sometimes when you get outside the ring is survival. The match becomes almost secondary when you get near all these dangerous objects.
He's in full-on attack mode now.
And he turns the tide. And he brings the action back inside the ring. I'd say that's more embarrassing than anything else. Michaels looks to be in magnificent condition, but so does Stone Cold Steve Austin in his black boots and his black tie.
Oh, look at this, JR. Reversal. Austin caught in the sleeper hold.
A beautiful sleeper by Shawn Michaels. He's cutting off the blood supply to the brain, crimping the carotid artery. Austin is fading. The referee making sure Austin is, if Austin goes unconscious here, this match is over. And oh! The referee caught in the corner.
Again.
Michaels and Austin both destroying the referee. There is no referee right now.
And here comes Michaels, but out of the way. And let me introduce your face to that top turnbuckle.
And we need a referee out here.
Oh, this will bring everybody to their feet.
Incredible move by Steve Austin. It's really hard to imagine what's going through the head of our guest here. They may be having a hard time staying out of this matchup. Well, to be honest with you, I don't imagine that this will be business as usual. That's some cruel and unusual damage being perpetrated.
Oh, JR, you know what this means.
Austin in trouble, there's no doubt about that.
And the enforcer taking out the trash.
And Michael's tuning up the band.
Oh, no.
Can you hear that music playing?
Oh, no, sweet chin music.
Austin counters. Austin over with a stunner.
Oh, watch that foot from, it's caught. Caught by Stone Cold.
Austin blocks. And Austin with a stunner. Austin with a stunner. Could this be it? The enforcer in the count. Austin's got it. Stone Cold. Stone Cold. Stone Cold has won it.
And new WWE Champion, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I can't believe it, JR. You told me it was going to happen. You said history would be made at WrestleMania 14, and it's been done. The enforcer counts out Shawn Michaels.